And let's get straight to the breaking news in the race for the Republican presidential nomination. CNN's Omar Jimenez is in Windham, New Hampshire for us right now. He's got details on the major developments that are unfolding. So exactly, Omar, what are we expecting to hear directly from Chris Christie in the coming minutes?
Yeah, Wolf, as we understand, according to a source familiar, we are expecting Chris Christie to suspend his campaign for president here at this event in Windham, New Hampshire. It's set to get going in just a few minutes here. It comes less than 24 hours after, really, he called someone like Governor Sununu a liar for suggesting that there had been conversations about him getting out of the race. That was just last night, and even sources on his campaign pushed back on that assertion. Well, less than 24 hours later, here we are at this precipice where a source familiar is telling CNN that he does plan to suspend his campaign. He had put in a lot of resources here in New Hampshire, appearing at events essentially weekly since the beginning of September. It was also where he launched his campaign back in early June as well. And he had told reporters in recent weeks that for him, the goal was to finish second, or at the very least a strong third, for him to continue staying in this particular race. We're not sure what changed between that calculus and where we are right now, but that's obviously going to be top of the list for us to ask him if we do get the opportunity. Not to mention, just a few weeks ago, I sat down with him in December to talk about his future prospects in this race, and he point blank told me, "I'm not going anywhere in this." And his quote was to me that on January 23rd, which is primary day here in New Hampshire, you're going to see me in line shaking hands with folks until the polls close, and that in his mind he was going to do very well in New Hampshire. And even at that point, he told me he doesn't care about what the polls say. The only poll that he cares about is what actually happens at the ballot box. So what changed that calculus? That is something we are going to have to try and see. Obviously, we had CNN's poll that released yesterday showing an increased gap between him and Donald Trump, and especially a closing gap between Nikki Haley and Donald Trump. So whether that went into his decision or not, we will just have to see. But again, the major breaking news that in just a few minutes, we expect Chris Christie to announce that he is suspending his campaign for president.
Any word, Omar, on if he will make an announcement as to who he will now endorse for the Republican presidential nomination?
That's a major question at this point. We know it's not going to be Trump, but I think the question comes down to whether it's between Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis. At this point, it's not clear who he will go forward with, but we're waiting on that announcement to at least get that first step going, and he will likely take some time to decide who he wants to go forward with. But obviously, time is of the essence. Iowa, the caucuses are coming up early next week, and then you have New Hampshire the week after that. And so for whoever he endorses to take advantage of any potential momentum he gives with an endorsement, obviously that would be a decision that has to happen quickly. This is going to happen in a town hall format, where it's a format he's really thrived in and been comfortable in over the course of his campaign. It's how he announced his campaign, and again, in just a few minutes, it's expected to be the way he ends his campaign, and he'll likely take some questions from some of the folks in the audience, and we'll see how that dynamic goes and whether he explains some of the calculus that got him to this decision, and whether he explains what he plans to do in the immediate future.
And we're going to take his opening remarks live and hear directly from Chris Christie and see what he says. All right, Omar, stand by. We'll get back to you. I want to bring in our political team now for some major analysis. This is big news, very big news indeed. David Chalian, you're a political director. What's your assessment of this major announcement coming from Chris Christie?
Yeah, it's a significant development in this race. Obviously, the field is narrowing here just on the eve of voters beginning to weigh in. And having Christie, who, of course, has been the most vociferous Trump opponent inside the Republican field, depart from the stage, it kind of tells the story of where the Republican Party is right now. Now, according to sources, Wolf, that I've spoken with, he is expected to say that he's done the calculation here and simply doesn't see a path to winning the nomination. And that is why he came to this conclusion to suspend his campaign, that he knows it's the right thing for him to do, and that he is still going to stay committed to the rationale that got him into this race, which is being opposed to Donald Trump and his dominance inside the Republican Party, to try to coax the Republican Party to move on from Donald Trump. And he is likely to talk about how, for him personally, he is going to make sure that he is never in a position again to enable Donald Trump's continued dominance in the Republican Party. So that's what we expect to hear from him. There's no doubt it is a major decision, especially as it relates to New Hampshire, because that's where Chris Christie has been a factor in this race. And that is where Nikki Haley is trying to stage her most significant battle against Donald Trump in these early states. And we just saw in our poll this week, 65% of Christie supporters said Nikki Haley's their second choice. So this is a natural home now for Nikki Haley to try and scoop up some of the folks who have been with Chris Christie and hopefully, for her sake, narrow that gap with Donald Trump.
Yeah, it would be a major development for her if, in fact, that happens. All right, Jeff. Jeff Zeleny is with us as well. David, stand by. Jeff Zeleny, give us your analysis. You've been doing a lot of reporting on this as well.
Wolf, there is no question that this is a major milestone in this campaign. But first, a bit of reporting. I am told by a Republican source familiar with the governor's plans that he does intend to offer a rationale for what he believes the Republican Party should do going forward to win back the White House and restore the Republican Party. I am told he has no plans to immediately offer an endorsement. Not a surprise at all, of course, but that is what I'm told will be happening in New Hampshire. But Wolf, when you take a step back, before a single vote has been cast in this 2024 presidential race, the field has shifted and changed dramatically. Now with Chris Christie bowing out, we've seen Mike Pence bowing out. Those, of course, were two candidates, two longstanding Republicans in this party who were urging voters to turn away from Donald Trump, and their candidacy simply did not take off. So one thing that is dramatically different here as we enter the voting, now just 5 days away here in Iowa, is that the Republican field is dramatically smaller and narrower than it was in 2016. That, of course, allowed Donald Trump to essentially split the party and the vote and get the nomination. Now, the same thing could happen here. Of course, he is still splitting it with Nikki Haley, Ron DeSantis, and to an extent Vivek Ramaswamy. But it is a dramatic moment in the campaign that there simply is not a large market share for this anti-Trump message, if you will. So this likely does not have an effect on the Iowa caucuses, which is the immediate concern as we watch the debate tonight with Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley. But it could have a dramatic impact on the New Hampshire primary, which is in just under 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now, we'll know the winner of the New Hampshire primary. So look for a lot of his supporters, his voters, as we've talked to them over the weeks and months in New Hampshire. Nikki Haley is likely to be a second choice. But a big turning point here was that endorsement from the very popular New Hampshire governor, Chris Sununu, late last year to endorse Nikki Haley. That essentially was the death knell for the Christie candidacy. He knew that. He thought he would fight forward and try to find his way. But clearly, he believes that trying to defeat Donald Trump and changing the Republican Party is bigger than his candidacy at this point, Wolf.
Yeah,